Hey, Planner fam. We're back. I hope you can hear me. I've got some fun things to share today, and it's a wonderful, what is it, Wednesday? Golly, I don't even know what day it is. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and it's the 31st of August. I was just about to set up my new Planner Perfect month of September, but it dawned on me that, you know what? I don't want to edit this later. I don't want to, prolong it, plan it out. Because there's so many times where I've done this and then I've, filmed it and everything. And then I just didn't find the time to edit and put it up in a time where I felt was like quick enough. So like typically it's the 31st, right? Because I'm all last minute with it. It's the 31st of the month. This box starts. This is the September box, so it starts tomorrow. And I would have typically, recorded it, filmed it tonight, or maybe earlier this week, and then gotten taken away with things. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go live. This is gonna be a live broadcast, and so that's what I did. And here I am. I can't really see comments, though there may not be any. Let me just see something real quick. Okay. I think the comments are on, but anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just get started. I'm new to this. You're gonna have to excuse me. So yeah, I was gonna just film this and then edit it, and I'm like, I always get caught up in the editing, like, oh, that's not good enough. Don't post it. So in order to get rid of that, I'm just gonna do it live. You might hear my husband in the background, though the door is closed. You might still be able to hear him because he's actually filming his show tonight too. But I don't think they're live today. Um, if you don't know, James has a podcast also called The Fourth Quarter, where they discuss everything sports, and they're really well, like, they're so knowledgeable. They are so good at what they do, and I'm just kind of like new to this. So, anyway, this is the Planner Perfect box. I think what I'm gonna do is first I'll go over what's in this box and why I love it so much, and then I'll talk about like how I set mine up, and then I actually have a couple of new leathers to show you. So this is gonna be an exciting video for me at least, and I hope I hope it is for you, those of you who are watching. So this is the box that the monthly subscription comes in. There's something about having a monthly subscription for a planner. Like, I have other planners that are for the full year, 18 months. I have Happy Planners and Erin Condren planners. I have a Passion Planner, and I use them for different things. Some of them I use for work, but this one is personal and it's for me, and it's really like all encompassing. If you don't know about Planner Perfect, you should go to their um, YouTube page. It's run by Jenny Pinton, so you'll see a lot of her good stuff. And she talks about the box. She talks about how to script and all that stuff. And her tagline is "Write a Better Story," because that's what scripting is all about. Anyway, I'll get into it. I'm no expert on Planner Perfect as far as she is, right? But I can tell you a little bit that I love about it, and then you should go watch her videos. That's the point in me saying that. I always love this little card when I open it up and it says, "It's here, your monthly subscription box," because it's like such an exciting thing, and I always feel like that. When I get this and I see this, I'm like, yes, it's here. Like, this is like really a celebration for me. So I get the full box, which includes the tip-ins, the washi, and the stickers. Um, the tip-ins, the washi, the stickers, and the plan book and journal. So it all comes in these. It's very well packaged. There used to be a lot more of this, but they got rid of some of it, which is good because it's just It's not like it's glass. They're just protecting the box. Plus, I feel like it's confetti. When you open it, it's like a celebration. Okay, what should I start with? I guess I will start with the plan book since that's why we're here, right? I love. This is one of the reasons why I love this box. So I came across Jenny Penton maybe like 2 years ago. I came across her videos, and she kind of started describing what Planet Perfect is about, and it's about scripting your life so that you're not just checking off boxes, which I still do when I need to. I have a checklist book too that I use, but if you're not checking off boxes, you're scripting how you want your life to go. And I really love the concept of it, but more than that, like I love this artwork. So this is her own original artwork. Every month, if you're a part of the subscription box, but every month she creates a box for the month. So it's like themed out to like whatever, sometimes it's about whatever holidays are happening that month. Like surely Thanksgiving is going to have something about being thankful, and maybe like some of the stickers will be turkeys or what have you. The Christmas box is one of my favorite boxes. But the fall, I mean, this September and October box are like so amazing to me. It just gives you all the vibes. As you can see, this is her own original artwork. She painted this portrait, and then she put it on these plan books. But as you can see, September is a barrel full of apples. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, and I can't just really call her a YouTuber because she's on she's on a couple social media platforms, but Amanda Plans, or Amanda's Favorites. It's not Amanda Plans. Oops. Amanda's Favorites. She's one of my favorite people to watch. And she does like planner reviews and stuff. But like when I saw the reveal for this, I completely thought of her because she's so about the fall months. And, when I saw this, I thought of her because we kind of have that in common. And there was a couple years ago where there was this big, tree on the outside on the front of the planner, and it was like all these fall colors. Actually, it's probably a sticker because that's what I think it might have been. This one, it might have been a different one, but there was I don't know if it was that one. I feel like it would have more yellow in it. Either way, I just remember like she loved that box too, and I was like, oh my gosh, my people, like planner people. So this is the monthly book, and the monthly book has so obviously the month in it, and then you have your goals pages, and then you have like the week in review, and then you have like I want to say 14 pages in between. So the premise is that like you'll get 2 pages per day, a 2-page spread per day to script your day, and then on the weekends you get 1 page that is supposed to be Saturday and Sunday. I do mine a little differently. I'm going to show you that as soon as I go over this box. But yeah, so you basically get all of this space to just plan your day. And as you can see, it's not like a checklist box, or it's not like those tiny boxes where you have to like write in your appointments by time. Because a lot of times my day doesn't go like that. It's like, okay, I have to work in this area and that area. Every day is like different. And I try to make things consistent, but every day is different, especially how you feel every day is different. So I just like being able to have a blank page and just writing out all my thoughts. So these are really high quality books. I want to say it's Strathmore paper. I don't know if she's changed the paper since it used to be Strathmore paper, but I love this paper because it takes all of the different mediums. Like if you want to paint in here, do watercolor or acrylic. Or most of the time what I do is just like Tombow markers. Let's see, I have some right here. I'll do, let's get some fall colors out here. I'll do either like Tombow markers. A lot of times I'll just do my my highlighters. This is not a mild liner, but I normally do mild liner like for the day, and then I'll outline it and do drop shadows with the Tombow. But anyway, enough about me. I really love this book. One of the things that I love about the fact that this system is set up this way is every month is new. So like if you didn't have a great August, or even if you had a great August, right? Like September is here now, and here's what we're focusing on in September, and then you fill in the blank, right? So, like when I get this box, I just get so much hope for the new month. Like, yeah, this month I'm going to do it even better. And one of the things that is so amazing about it is like, well, at the end of this month, this book is going to be gone. Like, I'm not going to throw it away. I keep them because I like to flip back and see like what that month was about in my mind, like how I was thinking and feeling, what I was doing. So, but the month is over when the book is over, like, you know what I mean? Like, so put everything, pour all of yourself into this, because this is your month of September 2022. That's how I like to think to myself. I'm going to set it up in a second, but this is the journal. So this is the plan book, and this is like where you write out your days, where you script out your days. This is the journal. Fun fact about the journal. I mean, and all of these are 80 pages, Strathmore paper. This is so cute. Look at this artwork. Like, what is wrong with me that I just love this so much? This is so cute. Like, part of planning for me is enjoying these little things like this. Like, obviously, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to write in it. But just the idea of like picking up something so pretty or having it in my traveler's notebook, it's super exciting to me. It makes me want to plan. So unlike some of the other things that I use, which are like strict and black and white, like sometimes for work I'll do that, where it's like, okay, this is boring, but I gotta just write this down real quick. But when it comes to me and my personal planning, I like to use fun stuff like this. So, but I like to use fun stuff at work too. Anyway, the funny thing about the journal book that I was gonna say is that one of these comes in each of my boxes, because I get the box with everything, but you can get a box with just the plan book. I think you could get one with just the plan book and accessories. You might just be able to get the plan book, but the way her site is set up, you can go and order whatever you want. But these new prints, like she does a new like artwork for each month. This won't be available unless you have the subscription, unless you're signed up for the subscription, or you have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for it to be on the site. But like all of her previous artwork is available. So some of this stuff looks similar to other things that she's done in the past. Like I'm pretty sure she did like a pie or a sweater. I know she's done pumpkins before, but she could probably find something similar to this, at least this aesthetic, on the site, and you can order it and get it delivered, as soon as they ship. But I like the plan book. I mean, I like the plan box or the subscription box, because it's always something fresh and new, and you just don't know what to expect, and it's always so good. It's always so good. There have only been like a couple times where I wasn't like thrilled, but they were still cute. You know what I mean? And it's like, and not everybody's gonna like everything, but I still use those books. Anyway, the point was, the thing that that's funny about these is that I always work in my plan book with the days, right? But then sometimes I don't use the journal because I'm still working on the past journal. Like, for instance, when I show you my book, there's stuff that I have in here from like, I think there's one that I didn't start until like last month, and it was from the March box. So, like if you're already working, like let's say I use this, which I'm probably not going to use this until like October. It's so good, I have to use it. But like, I don't have to use it. I could just use it. I don't have to use it now. I could just use it whenever I want to, as long as it's like the fall months. In my opinion, you can use it wherever you want. But if I'm not finished with the book that I'm using, I'm not going to start a new book. So this just would become an extra book until I'm ready to look for another journal, if that makes sense. But so yeah, I am in a journal right now that I'm like not even halfway done with. So I probably won't even pick this up until October. And then if she has like a really, really good journal for October and it's time for me to do a new journal, then I might use that one. So, but I use these a lot of places, and you'll see that in a second. But I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm having a good time. So hopefully you are too. Anyway, these are the stickers and the tip-ins. These are some of my favorite pieces because it just adds a little pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Like, things can get real boring sometimes, especially like when they're your responsibilities and you have to do them whether you want to or not. But I really do like to find the fun and stuff. I was just telling my husband that today, actually. Like, you know, it's your choice what you do with your time. Like, yeah, you have to feed yourself, so you need to have a job, right? You need to have some sort of income. But you get to choose. You don't have to work where where you work. You don't have to live where you live. It's your choice, right? Like, you can decide what's important to you. And a lot of times, your dreams and goals kind of work their way back to what you're doing. It's like you're in a stepping stone moment, but I just feel like I'm not going to go through my days like miserable, like not even one of them, if I can help it, right? Like, I just want to obviously, I want to do all the fun things, but even when I have to do the things that are not like so fun, I want to find a way to enjoy them, which is really like another, it's what I've been saying about these kinds of things that I love, because it's my way to enjoy what I'm doing, what I have to do, and what I want to do. So anyway, these are the beautiful washi tapes. I love her washi because look at how thick this roll is. If you know anything about washi tape, like I have some off to the side here. Like, this is one of the washi tapes. I think I got it from like Amazon, and I've used a little of it, but I haven't used that much. It pretty much came like this with this amount, like maybe with this amount, right? Because I don't think I used that too much. But it's like not a lot. And you look in comparison to hers, and this is probably thicker, like the actual tape is thicker, but look at that. Look at the difference. That is a lot of washi tape. This stuff will last you like years. And I just brought this because I'm going to set up my book, and I grabbed some fall washi, even though that's not all of it. It's like, this will get me started. Okay, so this is her washi tape from the Planner Perfect box. I'm going to use the back of this so you can see how amazing it is. Oh, I was looking for that. Thanks. Look at that. It's a nice little plaid. And then we've got some of these autumn trees, which I'm pretty sure this was the plan book that this was like the artwork for a previous plan book, I think. Don't get me to lying, but look at that. That is so gorgeous. Look at that orange. I just love that. That's pretty cool. And then these are so cute. I was just on the Facebook fan page earlier today, and I saw this lady had decked out her planner page with this, and I was just like, okay, I need to go open my box, because like, what is going on? That is so cute. Look at those little sweaters. It's for sweater weather. So, okay, anyway. All right. So those are the washies. I can't wait to use those. Those are so cute. I'm going to put those over here. Oh, hello, Stan. This is what I'm filming on. Whatever. Listen, guys, we're real around here, okay? And then these are the tip-ins. So tip-ins, people use them in a number of ways. Oh, great. I'll tell you what they are in a second, but they're like basically these little cards. I don't know the dimensions of them. Maybe they're like they're not 3x3, because that's the size of like a Post-it, right? Is that right? 3x3. So they may be like 3x4, 4x3, whatever. Look at that. So that's the same as the plan book. That's the same artwork. It says Apple Seasons. Got 2 of those. You get 12 of these, and there's 2 of each design. One time she shocked me, and it was awesome and amazing, and I hope she does this again. But there were 12 separate cards, like 12 separate designs. It was Christmas last year. I was like, what? Whoa. So amazing. Oh, and I just realized she stopped doing that. She had one of them was the month, like the month written out, like the days of the month, which I loved. But these are cute. Hot apple cider, so awesome. And all at once, summer collapsed in the fall. That's cute. I love that. This one, which obviously I love, the sweater weather. This is the one, and I believe this was the plan book. I don't want to be lying, but I think she had a plan book like this a couple years ago, and that's, oh man, that was like one of my favorite designs. I can't remember though. This might be like a close in. I don't even know. Let me stop. And then it says "Hello Fall" with some apples and leaves. So those are really cute. People use these in different ways. I actually like to use them as milestones in my month. So if I have a goal that I want to reach by the end of the month, I like to break it down into like two or three parts. So I'm like, okay, well at least my by mid month, I'll have these three things done, and then at least by the first week of the month, I'll have these two things done, and I'll just write those things on the back, and I'll put them in my planner on the days that I feel like I should have those things done. If they're not done by then I just move them along in the book. um but that helps me like break down goals. But you can use these for anything. You can use these a lot of times when you like script out your day. This is how I think Jenny has explained it in the past. If you script out your day and then something goes like awry or not to plan, then you can just use this and rescript, and then you can flip it over, write what you need, and then that kind of goes over the plans that you made. These are the stickers. Again, quality stickers. You get 2 sheets of each design. So these are the 2 designs. These are really quality stickers. You can actually use these, put them down, pick them up, put them somewhere else. But I like these. You know what's weird? I rarely ever use the stickers because I just have so much to write. But some people put the stickers on before they start writing, which I could start doing that, but I don't know. I just need my whole page. All right, so I'm gonna show you first. Um, First, I'll show you these other things that I got, and then I'll go into what my book looks like now and how I'm going to set it up, and then we'll set it up. So, okay, I was so pressed for this TN. This is Adele. Oh, and she smells amazing, and she's better than I expected her to be. It's like a soft leather. They call it a squishy leather. I guess it's like pliable, soft. It's like really smooth and just like soft and cozy. Um, I love Adele. She had a major, like, I already knew what I wanted to do with her, and it's going to be, I've already set it up as a kind of like a faith journal, or a faith 10 where I do like gratitude, and I'll show you. Um, so this is actually, I think, from last year. This is a journal that I didn't use, and I finally just decided to use it in Adele. But this is like where I write. I've just started this because I just got Adele like maybe a week ago. Um, I've started just to write like my gratitude in there, and it's a place for me to like, especially like when I'm not having a good day, to just go back and write out what I am grateful for. It's so funny because when I start doing gratitude journaling, and this is not the first time I've done it, but when you sit down and start writing out your gratitude, what you're grateful for, it just keeps flowing. It's like, oh, and for this, oh, and I'm grateful for that. So that's been my experience, and it always puts me in a better mood. But I want to do it proactively so that I'm not waiting until I feel poorly. Like I just want to be writing in this every morning or whenever I think of it, but it's at least once a day every morning. This is from another Planet Perfect box. I think like maybe last January, maybe before that. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But I don't remember. But I always loved this verse, or this book, the Proverbs 31. It's like a Proverbs 31 woman. It's a fictional woman in the Bible, but it's like what a mom wants for her son. And I love this. She's clothed in dignity and strength and dignity. So this is supposed to be for my affirmations. And what I like to do is I like to turn my negative thinking into affirmations. And the way that works is whenever you think to yourself, oh, you can't do that, or you don't have enough time for that, or you don't have what it takes for that, then I'll go in and I'll flip it and I'll say, you have more than enough time to do this. It's going to pop out of nowhere. Or you have more than enough resources. You're the best person for this. Or you're so capable and strong. Like whenever I think to myself, like, oh man, I don't know if I could do that, I just flip it over and I write the opposite. So that's what this book is going to be for. This, I was going to use it for like my petition and interceding, but I've been waiting to use this book so long. I could definitely just order another one. But this was one of my favorite works of art from Jenny, and I've just been hesitant to use it because I'm like, I really want to do something amazing with it because I'm going to keep it forever. Of course, like I said, I could just order another book, but I actually just like looking at this and seeing the prayer warrior and then seeing the feathers. I just love this design that she did. And I think she did this like last February or something like that. But this is like one of my favorite works of art. This is something I've been carrying around in my journals for at least a year. And I'm calling it my Bridges book. I just put that in here because I was like, this will probably be a good place to keep that so I can pray over what I need to do. But I haven't really used it while it's been in here. I was using it when it was in my main TN. But yeah, so those are the books that I have in Adele. And this is an everyday organized. So it has the pockets and it has the notepad in the back. So yeah, I love Adele. I think this is the perfect book for me to do my what it's intended for. Like I got it because I was like I need to do a gratitude affirmation, and I wanted to have a place when I go to church to take my sermon notes in, because we haven't been in a while, and I was like, this is one of the things that I had envisioned. Like when we're in church and I'm taking my sermon notes, I'm going to use Adele, and so she's here, and so that's what she's going to be used for sure. Okay, and then here we're going to get into this. Then I got Yazabel. Now, Yazabel, I have a specific purpose for her, too. Well, the purpose that it was for is like, Yazabel would be great to take me into the fall. I'm going to switch out my TN, and I'm going to switch it out from Beatrix, and we're going into Yazabel. And then I got Yazabel, and though she is beautiful, she is gorgeous. I love the texture on it, right? It's like a croc texture, and it's so cute. But there's just something about my girl Beatrix. I can't quit her. Like, she's so amazing. I even got, like, look at this. I'm getting stuff on her. This is horrible. I need to wipe this off. I can't let her live this way. She deserves better. She got some sticky stuff on her. I don't even know what that's from. Anyway, this is probably not great care of the leather, but I just had to wipe that off because that was irritating me so much. Ew. What is that? Oh, it's probably something my husband left on the counter. Anyway, yeah, we'll blame him. Beatrix is my ride or die, son. Like, I love looking at her. I love, like, she feels so good to me in my hands. And we've already been through a lot, and we've already done a lot together. And I will say this, and even though it sounds crazy, it's because of the way she looks and feels. I know that that's not cool, like, to judge somebody, a book by its cover. But that's exactly what I'm doing. I love it. I love Beatrix. I love what we've been through together. She feels worn. She knows what we're about to do. She knows about, like, okay, put me in the bag. We got to get stuff done, right? Like, she's game. She's down. She's loyal. So I just don't know if I could get rid of Beatrix. And I feel like what will happen is, at the end of September, I'll feel more fall, more harvesty, and then I'll be like, okay, it's time to switch into a brown leather. Or, I also have my eye on this burnt orange one. I forget the name of it. Is it Bernadette? Anyway, I've had my eye on another one, but I'm not going to do that because I just really need to just, like, enjoy what I have. But Beatrix, it's hard for me to, like, move on from her because we just have such a bond. So anyway, this is my August book. I still have tip-ins in here from, like, the spring and from years ago. These are some of my favorite tip-ins, though. And I just carry them around for when I need them. And so that's why there's so many. Oh, look, this is from May. Ha! I still have that in here. But, I mean, look, it's still a good tip-in. I'm probably not going to use it, but I like it. I like the way it looks. So, anyway, this is my August book. I'm going to take this out because I want to show you what I'm going to do with this book that we're about to set up. This is from, I want to say March, I think, of this year. This is from March of this year. And I did not use it. I set it to the side. Now I know what I want to use it for. Um, and it's to break down like my routines and rituals by time of day. But I just haven't put that in there yet. I actually put this in there, which is not a Planner Perfect book. This is a Moleskine um, weekly planner, because you'll see that I don't use the weeks the way they're intended in the plan book, and I'll show you. But so I needed something so to where I could just write down, okay, this is happening this week. I need to plan for this, and I use like this thing that I call the 3-point rule, where if there's a deadline, let's say this, I have one in October. If there's a deadline in October, then I know I need to find 3 points before that so I can be like beginner, middle, end. And I can work my way up so it's not like I'm cramming at the last minute. So like if it's October 15th, then I'll say, okay, sometime in September, sometime in August. And then that way I can like, plan for it. But I needed something just to write down like the weeks, like the notes for the week, not necessarily the day. Because sometimes you don't know what's going to happen for each day, and you don't want to like take up the space. You just know that like, okay, at some point this week I got to do this. So that's why I like this. Actually, Leuchtturm makes one and that I use for work. But this is really cool because it's not an A5 size. This is a wide. This is a wide TN. So this is like it has to be like a 5x8 Moleskine. It has to be, but it's like the same size as like the Kahir journals, which is basically the same size as a wide journal, I think. Don't get me to lying, but that's what I think. So that's what I say. So this is what that is. And then this is another book that I am using for visions, like visionary stuff, like just like, oh, I see this and these details that are like further out. It's just a place where I can dream. And this is like some stickers from months and years ago, I'm sure. Stickers that I just, I don't know what I'm doing with them. I guess I like them or else they wouldn't be in here. I have so many other like stickers around, but there's no way I can just like carry them all. These are more Planner Perfect stickers from years ago. Oh, look, this must be from last year. Okay, it could be from last year. It could be from the year before. But this is cute. Oh, and look, this kind of reminds me of this. But I think, yeah, they're different, obviously. But I love it when she does that. This was a book that year. I don't know if this was last year, if it was the year before. But I love these. This was a Thanksgiving sticker. There's the sweaters. Look, so the sweater weather book is this, and those pies, and I guess this is wheat. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I love that. So I have some sweaters left over. These are, I don't even remember. I don't remember what years these are from. I just keep all of these stickers, and I'm not even using all of these in my journal. These are actually not even in my journal. They're over on the side, or my traveler's notebook. I just have these stashed away somewhere. So I need to switch all that out. So let's get started. Man, I'm already like 30 minutes in. I haven't even started. But we see what's in the box. We see how I'm living my life in my TN. Now let's see how I'm living my life in my plan book, because this is going to be how I'm going to set this up. Now, I don't use this every day, and I don't use it the way that I sort of intend to use it sometimes in the beginning of the month, but I use it. So that's what matters. First things first, I normally have like an index, like a bullet journal. I mean, I don't know why. I just do. And then sometimes I forget to go back and put what's there. But sometimes I'll use a spread for like a list or a mapping of something. And I'll need to know like, okay, this is what page it's on. So obviously that's one of the first things I do is I go and number my pages. And I'll tell you about that. So I have written out some goals for August just by category, but not, I didn't go super detailed into them. Now, here's one thing. One of the first things I do is I go through, and you'll see in this plan book for September, I'll just show you an example. they'll have the week at a glance page, right? I think that's cool, but I don't use this, remember, because I have another weekly book that I use, but like when I'm just like going around doing my living my life, I always have this. So I don't really need the week at a glance because I'm always jotting down notes based on what week it is or weeks in the future. So I don't really need to have this. So what I do is I make it whatever I need, and I normally call it like a multi-list spread. Um, and I'll get into that when we get there. But so the one of the first things I do is I white out those dates on these week at a glance pages, and then I'll tab them either with like those Avery tabs that I have here, like these little tabs, or I will just use some washi tape and fold it over. Like that works as a tab, right? That's perfect. So anyway, I'll just show you those first thing because like this particular spread, what did I do? What does it feel or look like to be at my best? And then I had different categories. Caring, like self-care, at peace, happy, fitness, financially, clean space, organized. That's what it looks like to be at my best. And I just made some notes, and for whatever reason. This was Monday, August 1st, Tuesday, August 2nd, Thursday, August 4th, and blah, 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 blah. And I just went through and lived my life. This was cleaning by location, so this is another one of those spreads, the week at a glance, or supposed to be week at a glance. And you'll see sometimes I'll just write, you'll see later on, but most of the time when I white those out, I'll use those like Planner Kate freebies that come in the freebies, and she'll always have some labels in there. And I'll just white it out, and then I'll put the freebie on top, like the label, and then I'll just, whatever the categories are. You see, I use it in a number of ways. I don't decide first. I just white it out and then put the stickers on there or not. And then when I get there and I need like a multi-list, and I guess that's what a multi-list is. I just, I don't think that that's a phrase that is, I don't know if that's in the dictionary, but what I think a multi-list is a multitude of lists. Like it's not just one list. It's like I need a list for this and I need a list for that. So something like cleaning by location, or like when we get near Christmas season and it's like Christmas shopping, right? I gotta go to Bath and Body Works, I gotta go to Target, I gotta go to Macy's, I gotta go to wherever. So then I'll have these lists, and it'll be like, this is what I'm getting from Target, this is what I'm getting from Macy's, this is what I'm getting from wherever else I'm going. So this particular multi-list is cleaning by location. So I was just like kitchen, office, bathroom, paperwork. And this is like, you know what this was? It wasn't even what I have to do now. Like when I wrote it out, I was just like, what does it look like when every space is clean? And then I just started jotting stuff out. And I used one of those dot markers, those zig dot markers. I was just looking to see if I have one here, but I don't think I do. Not right here, but I think people know that. Oh, here they are. Yeah, one of these bad boys. I love these. These are one of those things that once you get them, you question like how you ever lived without it. And like I literally could, another thing that I'll do is I'll just take a regular highlighter and I'll make a little square, right, for a checklist or for a list, a bullet list. But these are so much more aesthetically pleasing, and you can make different size dots, which I just love. So yeah, if you don't have any of these, I would suggest it, because these zig clean dot color dot markers, whatever they're called, these are the bomb. I got some from Amazon, but they have them they don't have them everywhere. Like you can't just walk into the Giant or the supermarket and get them, but you can find them on Amazon. You can find them on JetPens. There are probably some craft stores that you can walk in and buy them singly. I think you can get them on jetpens.com, like one at a time, so you can pick which colors you want. I got a couple of packs, so yeah, but these are the bomb. I got the pastels, and I got I don't know if these are the pastel colors. I got these other ones over there that are they're not dual tipped. The other ones that I have, they're just like mild. But like I have all the different colors that just makes me, a better human being. I'll say that. Okay, so anyway, this is my multi-list for cleaning by location. And so as you'll see, like I just sometimes, and you'll see, okay, so now I got to get into it because sometimes I don't use it for a day. I'll use it for something else, like this weekend, or I'm happy when I had another one back there. Like I'm at my best. What does it feel like? But like I was writing down what I was doing this month when I'm happy, right? Things I watched, things I'm listening to, what I said. I don't know. Um, so this is good. And then yeah, I was just living my life on paper, man. This was a list, a multi-list as well, but this obviously is like a no frills version. And it was literally just whatever I was on my mind. It was probably like a grocery shopping weekend, which is twice a month for us. So I had like my Amazon list going, I had my Costco list, Target list, and I actually keep that stuff on a spreadsheet. But this is probably like before I went back and looked at the spreadsheet, just like it was whatever was on my mind. Videos I planned on doing, topics for the podcast I do with my sister. So, and as you can see, I don't use every page all the way up. Sometimes I use the left side and the right side. I'll either come back and use it or it'll just be blank. This is one of my favorite washi tapes. I don't remember where I got this from. I don't know if I got it from Fern Creek or if I got it from Planner Kate, but I love that washi. And there's another one that I really love too. But yeah, that's kind of how it went. See, this multi-list spread I didn't even really use. I was probably going back and using these all month. Like this was not a one day thing. Yeah, it looks like I started this on the 17th and I just was going back and just like adding to it for like several days. This was my favorite washi. I got that from Planner Kate. I loved it. And that day wasn't even an amazing day, but I just loved that washi. I mean, of course, you don't know what day is going to be amazing and what's not, but anyway, so that's kind of like how I use my books. And then, so you'll see, like, too, you probably didn't notice this because I didn't really talk about it, but like, I'll put my page numbers on the inside in the corner, but I'll put the page numbers in there first before I even lay the washi, which is why they're all the way like up on the inside like this, right? Because I know I need space for washi. And if I use washi and it covers up the number, it's not a big deal because like every page doesn't need to be numbered. In fact, I only number the odd number pages, and like I can figure out that this is page 70 if this is page 71. But yeah, and then I use these because these are 80-page books, right? And you got to think there's 80 pages like front and back. This is one page. And then the goals, so the month page, you got 2 more pages. So that's 3 pages, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So that's 7 pages gone out of 80. That means with these spreads included, you should still have enough pages to have a 2-page spread every single day. So that's one of the first things I'll do too. But anyway, I've already gotten all the way into this. I'm gonna probably cut this short, but I'll just get started and see like how far we get. So this is our month of September. One of the best things about this process is thinking about when I close this book, right? Because like I have this one in my hand and it's the 31st. And I feel like I did a really good job this month of just like following my intention and like being in the moment, being present, enjoying my days. I really did. I really feel like this was me. Okay, this is me. Even though I didn't go to the beach this month, this lady is me. She's like looking back on her month, and she's like, you know what? Good job, girl. You did it. And so that's Faith Eakins right there. But what I will say is like when I'm holding this book in my hand, I know that I gave it my best, and I'm like, okay, bring me another month. Let's do this. And so what I like to envision is like when I'm holding this book in my month, this September month that hasn't happened yet. What do I want to have accomplished by the time I'm holding that book like I'm holding this one? right? So like, okay, August was a great month. I got this done. I got that done. I felt this. I learned this. I learned this about myself. I experienced this. I got closer to my husband. I got closer to God. I did this at work. I showed up. I showed out. I did my thing. I met my goals. I got to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so proud of myself because of the stuff that I identified that I could do better. And I wrote it all in here, and I was there every day, and I was in it, right? I was just hitting it, right? Okay. If that's what this month brought, then this month is going to be even better. So what am I going to do that's going to be so great that by the time I'm holding this book like this one, and I've got my October book to the side, right? Like, what did I do that was so amazing, that made me so excited to say this was a bomb month, right? So that's just one of the things. And so what I like to do first is I like to go in and like fold back some of the pages, because when you get the book, it's like this. It's like, it's a nice new book. It's like closed. I like it to be a little bit like, pliable, so that I can just like flip back and write my stuff. Because if I try to flip it back now, it's going to close, right? So first thing I do is I just give her a little massage, So like, I go to the middle first, and then I go to like the end, like 3/4 of the way, and then I'll go to like 1/4 of the way. Get her used, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna stretch her out. This is like journal yoga. That's what we're doing here. It's a little journal yoga. So that's done. And now what I'm gonna do is I would number my pages. I'm not going to take you through that boring exercise. I'll just tell you this. I'll either use, it's best to use something that's not going to bleed onto your other pages. So I like to use these Papermate Inkjoy gels, or what I've been using that I've been so enjoying is these Tool 1.7. Oh, this is such a good gel pen, people. If you don't know, now you know. Because if you love gel pens, you should have some of these in your stash. You get these from Office Depot or Amazon, and then you just, live a good life after that. So I love these because they're kind of juicy, but they dry quickly. So like, if this is page 1, and we know we have 80 pages, see, that's already dry. I had to hold my breath there for a second because I was like, oh my God, what if it smudges? But it didn't, so we're good. I didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put 3 right here, because you'll notice as we go forward, I want to put it like, and it's not 3, it's 5, because I'm doing every odd number. That one's a little juicier because I just wrote over it, but this will be 7. I'm putting it in a place where I could still see that it's at the bottom, but I'm doing it this way so that if I put washi here or here, then it's not going to matter for the number. And it doesn't matter if like I do 1 or 2 or 3 that, are not perfectly out of the way, because I'll be able to see the numbers before or after. But it's a wonder that I'm able to do this. I feel like I got to be careful not to mess up the numbers, because you're talking at the same time, Faith. What are you doing? Anyway, this is how this goes. So I'll go and I'll number all the pages first, right? 25, 27. All right, so that's enough. You get the gist, right? So that's one of the first things I'll do. Then I will take out some of these Post-its that are like this size. These are like the tiny size. Like, it's one of those Erin Condren bookmarkers. I'm trying to find something that everybody has so you can see the size of the thing. Doesn't everybody have Ollie clips? Everybody in the world should know what an Ollie clip is. Oh, what do people have that I can show? Oh, and I don't think I even have $1. Anyway, these are like really. Um, who uses cash anymore? Really? Wait, maybe I do have a bill in here. Okay, here we go. This is the size of the thing, right? This size Post-it note. And what I'm gonna do with it is, sometimes I feel bad that I feel like it's wasteful. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do in this life. And I got to do these things. So what I'll do is, and I know that there's enough space in here for every day in September, especially because September has 30 days. But what I'll do is I'll go and mark out the days in case I need to mark, um, in case I need to like go to September 17th and say, oh, you got to do this thing at 4 p.m. on September 17th. And then I don't know, right, which day that's going to fall on unless I have it marked. But I also don't want to go in and mark it with a pen like I've done in the past, right? Because that's another thing that some of us like to do. And if you're really good about writing in there every day, then go for it, right? But for me, sometimes, like I showed you in my other one, sometimes I'll write things like this. Like I'm happy when it'll be a whole spread. It'll say this weekend, and sometimes I'll go like 2 or 3 days, and I've been so busy that I didn't get the chance to like script. I'm just being real with you. So sometimes I'll use it for like stuff like this. Sometimes I'll have an idea that I want to think out. So that's why I don't feel comfortable marking the actual days in pen until I get to that day, or until I get like to the day before, even like 2 days before I'll mark the day in there. Because what I've done in the past is I've gone in there and I've marked out every single day, and then lo and behold, I'll go like a full like 5 or 6 days and I didn't use it, and I was using other things like, you know, Google Cal or Post-its or like, you know, sometimes you just hit a rough patch and you're just trying to like make it to where you gotta be, and you don't have time to like even get in your planner and script. And I know that doesn't sound like great, but sometimes it happens, man. Sometimes you just gotta fly with the seat of your pants and just try to get through. And that has happened to me before. So I don't want to waste any of my pages, because if I do put it down and I don't pick it up for 6 or 7 days, like I still probably have things that I want to write on those pages. Even though those days are past, I don't necessarily want to write what happened those days, but I want to write like, this is where I am with this project. This is what I envision for the next week. This is what I envision for the end of the month. At this time next month, I'll be here with this project, right? Like, so I still want to use those pages however I want to use them. I don't have to use them like for each day. But the point is, I don't want to put it in there in a pen or even a pencil and then be having to erase or like cover it up. Anyway, let's do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be 25, and I need 30. Right? Actually, I don't need 30. I just probably need like 29, because we know that I'm going to use it tomorrow for September 1st. And I feel bad about this sometimes, because I'm like, is this wasteful? But you know what? Maybe it is. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a saint. Maybe it is wasteful, but you know, people have done worse things. And I purchased these Post-its, and it would be wasteful not to use them. So I think I'm going to just use them. So hopefully with no judgment from the Peanut Gallery. You know what I'm saying? Peanut Gallery, I think you know who you are. And I want you to just, you know, meditate on those thoughts and don't judge me with them, because it doesn't feel good to be judged, as you probably know. Sometimes I feel like the people who are the most like tormented are the people who are like in the comments making weird comments. They're like miserable, right? And I don't want to say it like that. Like I don't wish misery on them, but when you find that people have only bad things to say, you have to understand that that's how they feel about themselves. So it's almost like I feel bad for you that you are carrying around so much negativity. Not you guys that are watching, but some people, that you are spilling over with negativity. I would like to be bubbling over with positivity, please. So, yeah, those people who feel the need to remind me that I'm wasting Post-its, I would like to tell you this. I didn't write the days on here, so that's good. And normally I write the days, and so I can use these next month. Or I'm probably going to go back and write the days on there. But it's fine. Like, it's fine. I'm recycling. I'm a responsible driver. Like, I'm saving humanity in so many ways, as we all are. So, just give me a pass, man. Throw me a bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to live my life here. But I did. I wasted about 29 post-its on this. And I'd like your forgiveness, please. Obviously, I'm like talking to myself because who cares? Who even cares? Right? All right. So, another thing that I wanted to mention is that I, um, I used to paint in these. But when we moved, I put my paints away and I haven't gotten them back out yet. So you see I have a whole nother sheet. And you saw all of those post-its. I have a post-it. I have a 2-page spread for each day of the month. And I'll be real. The first time I did that, I did it because I wanted to make sure I would have enough pages. Because I was like, I did the math, and then I was like, but wait a minute, that can't be. Like, I have a 2-page spread for every day. But yes, it's true. You have a 2-page spread for every single day in this book. Um, if you do it this way, because there's pages in the front that are extra, and there's pages in the back, and the way the months, or no, sorry, the way the weeks fall in the month, it matters as to how many pages you're gonna have, right? Because like, so October is gonna have 2 days in this book, and I'll bet you that, yeah, August had 3 days in this book. So I use my August book up all the way until the last day. So I don't need those 3 pages, right? And I don't need those 2 pages for October because I'll be in my next book by then. So there's always enough pages to have a 2-page spread. But what is going to weird some folks out is like, if you do it this way, you're not always going to be within the lines of your weekly at a glance. So like, this says the 29th through the 4th for at a glance, and this is not going to be the 29th through the 4th. So like, by the time we get to the next at a glance, we're going 5th through the 11th. So if I were using this the way that it's intended, the way that it's charted out here, then I would already be on the 6th before this started. And that kind of weirds some folks out to like, oh, this is the 5th through the 11th, but it starts on the 7th. Like, it doesn't fly for some people. But because I don't use it that way, and I'm going to wipe this out anyway, it works for me because I want a 2-page spread every single day. That's how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm so great. Okay, so the next part, I'm just going to do a little bit because, let's face it, you've spent enough time listening to me talk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I don't need to show you how I wipe this out, but I guess I will since we're here. Okay, so I just take my trusty dusty little Tombow mono correction tape, which I love this tape. Whatever whiteout tape you have is fine. And I just white out the days, right? Just like that, yada, yada, yada. And then I'll take, I don't even think I have any next to me, which is horrible planning on my part. But I'll take like, what I probably do have is a leftover kit. So I'll just find a leftover kit because I don't see where I have so many of those planner cake um like samplers. It's ridiculous, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm gonna take one of these kits that I haven't used fully, and I'm gonna just borrow a few of the labels. Let's just use this one because I see that or actually, let's just use this one because this one's not amazingly amazing to where I'll be sad if I don't match the colors. They're pretty basic colors, so I'm just looking to see if there's another. Look, I got a whole nother one of these, so maybe I should use that one. I wonder if this came in one of those like misfit boxes. No, I definitely ordered these on purpose. Um, that's not plain of cake. Oh, look, I have a whole label sheet. Let's use that. That definitely came in one of those misfit boxes. Oh, and this one did too. And this has hockey sticks on it, but like, who really cares, right? So maybe I'll use one of these since I got that in a misfit box. And then I could probably use this for like an actual spread since the colors go together. See, These are the decisions that one has to make when one is a planner person. You know what I'm saying? And these are hard decisions. These are tough choices, folks. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so should I be boring or should I go for it? This might bother some people because these are clearly hockey sticks, but I'm just gonna make it not about that, right? Like this is my life, and I'm crossing out tasks, so that's what I'm gonna say to myself. The reason why I'm using these hockey sticks, it really doesn't matter. I mean, like, come on. I'm just trying to get myself to cover up these whiteout things, and it's really just to show you how I use this page. So it's no big deal. And what else would I use these stickers for? Because I don't play hockey. Okay, so there we go. This is a week that I've covered up, that I'm basically going to use this as what I've coined a multi-list. I don't know what kind of multi-list it's going to be. Whatever I get to my pages and I'm like, oh, I really need to get a list going for this, right? Then I just know I have a place to put a list. And that's how that works. So since I've already numbered these pages, and you can see that it's a little bit further up from the bottom than normal and a little bit off to the left than normal, I'm going to go ahead and start with the washi laying. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that when I try to lay washi from the roll, I always like get it messed up, or it takes me super long. So with my washi experience, I've noticed that it's better if you just tear it off the roll before you lay it, and then it just goes a lot quicker that way. And then you do waste a little bit of it, but it's no big deal. Like there's so much washi, and there's bigger problems. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so there's that, and then this one should be right at the top. And I'm not gonna lay all of the washi. I'm just gonna show you like how I alternate and like what it takes to set up my book. So these two I'll just put to the side. Sometimes I'll use those little scraps for things like tabs. Look at that. Okay. So it's not all wasteful. So this will be my first tab for my first multi-list. And I just put that back, let a little hang off to the side. Just enough so that it's poking out when I close it, so that I know like, oh, this is a multi-list. Right? These were a little bit longer, but it just doesn't matter either way. Right? Like as long as it's sticking out and you can see it. Um, and then, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Now, since I did this one vertically, because this is a vertical washi tape, I'll do the next one horizontally. And because I'm weird. Okay, so because this is orange and this is kind of like orange, I want to break it up with something like maybe blue or green. So I'm going to do, oh, this is a horizontal one. Here's a brown one. And these are just nothing special. Some of these I got from, oh, there's a green. I'm going to use this green. Some of them I got from Amazon, and some of them, just appeared. I don't know. You just don't know where you get washi tapes. Like, it amazes me sometimes when I'm watching videos and people are like, oh, I got this washi tape 3 years ago from the Michaels. I'm like, how do you even remember that? And maybe it's because they're responsible, but maybe maybe I just have too much washi and I can't remember where I got all my washi from. Sometimes you have a memory attached to it, right? Like, oh, there was that one Saturday, it was raining and I got coffee with my friends, and then we went out to Michael's and I bought this washi tape. It was a great day. And then you always remember that stuff. But sometimes you're just like shopping online at 1 o'clock in the morning and you're just putting things in your cart, and then when it gets there, you're like, when did I order this? And you have washi that way too. So that's kind of like what happens to me sometimes. But see how I like to alternate that? So like you'll get the gist of it. But like you got orange, then you got green. Then I'm trying to find some sort of blue, which this isn't. This looks like a wedding washi tape. I'm not going to use that one. But this one's kind of cool. I'll use this one, and then I'll use a brown. And then when we flip through, we're going to see, this is actually like a paper tape. This is an Erin Condren paper tape that I'm about to use. It must be new because it still has that like clear tape on the top. And these are so easy to tear, so that's one good thing about these. All right, I'm almost done here, guys, and you can have your lives back. I'm just going to measure it out a little bit to see how much I need. Only thing about these is sometimes they come up, but if you really care that much, you can just use one of those glue tapes and stick it down wherever it's coming up. For me, I don't really care that much, and it doesn't happen all the time where it comes up. So I just kind of like lay it down, hope it stays. If it doesn't, I get over it. Especially because I'm only just going to be using this for a month. So, and then when I flip back on it, if it's sticking up, big deal. Okay, so then there's that, and then I want to use. You'll see that I'm going in an alternate pattern here. This one is so cute from last year. Okay, then I'm gonna use a brown because we haven't used a brown yet. And I just saw one. There we go. I think this was another Jenny Penton washi from years ago. Uh, but it's horizontal, so I'm going to use it in its brown. So it gives us another little color scheme. Sometimes I don't even go all the way across the bottom. I'll just like go to here and then cut it off and then go to the top there. But this is such a cute washi. I got to use it all the way over. Yeah, look at that. That's cute. Boom. And then we'll use the rest of the top here. That's good. This is good, guys. It's coming right along. Look at that. It's going to be a good month already. I can feel it. So there's that. And that's done. Let me just use this little thing. You know where I got this from CVS? You know who suggested it? Somebody I don't know. Plan Sarah Plan. I was watching one of her videos one day, and she was like, "I just get these from the." That's not her speaking voice, but she's just so nice, and she's a teacher, and so I just use the teacher voice. I'm just so happy, and I just get these from the thing. She said she gets them from CVS, and I was like, "Oh, the next time in CVS, I'm going to see if I can find one of those paint scraper things that Plant Sarah Plan talks about." And then I found them, and then I've been using them ever since. And then for a while there, every time I went to the CVS, I would go into the like home, you know, home. It's not a home decor, but it's like home, whatever, like repair aisle or a little section in this, it's like a little corner in the CVS, and I would just see if they had any of these paint scrapers. And typically they did, and I would get them because they're only like $3. So I'm like, oh, and they come in a pack of 2, and I'm like, yeah. I need some for work, and I need some for my bag, and I need some for my desk, and I need some for the kitchen table, and I need some for the, whatever. So, okay, this is the general gist of it. Let me do 2 more so that we can see like the flip through, how it's going to come together. Um, by this point in the month, would it be the 6th? Let's use, I can't use that because it's not horizontal. Let's use, okay, this is what I'll show you, what I was just talking about. Sometimes I'll use a washi tape and I won't use it all the way across. I'll just use some at the top and some at the bottom. And the reason I'm going to do that with this is because this is like a thicker, like taller or wider, rather. It's a wider washi. So I don't want to take up too much real estate. Ooh. So I'm just going to do it where there's some at the bottom. This is really cute too. This is like turnips and potatoes and pumpkins. I guess like root vegetables. And then I'm going to do some at the top. And this spread will be, I'll have more real estate on the page to write or to put stickers down. But this will be good because this washi is so thick, right? It's so wide that if I were to put it all the way across the top and all the way across the bottom, I would be losing space on the page. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to put some on one side. Oops. and some on the other side. This is not laying down straight, but you know, there are worse things in life. So, yeah, that's really cute. And then I'm going to do one more, which let's use this cute little washi from the box. Oh, see? All right, I'm almost done here because we've already done, what, like 6 pages. And you'll see I'm just alternating horizontal, then vertical, horizontal, then vertical. Some of these washi's are like vertical, and I would feel silly laying this washi down horizontally because the sweaters will be like on their sides. I want the sweaters to go in the direction of my dreams on the up and up. Yo, that was so corny, but listen, this is what you're in for. So, okay, that's enough. Because I actually have more washi's that I want to use that are not out here. I just pulled a few for this video. So, this is what we're looking like so far. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So, we got September, right? We got this, what do you call it? The month spread. And then I'm going to write in some goals. We whited out the at a glance and put our thing down for a multi-list. We don't know what lists those are going to be yet, but we have a place for lists. So when I'm getting in here and I'm planning out tomorrow and I'm like, I really need to start a list of what to buy or what to clean or what to do or how to be, right? Like that I'm like, okay, I'm going to put that list over here as opposed to taking up space on my day, right? So I'll know like likely the list won't get done that day. If it's a list for this day, then I'll put it there. But if it's a list like, oh, remember to do that sometime this week, like this list of things, then this is where it goes. Because then I'll remember like, oh, I'm going to flip back to that, even if it's not for the week. Anyway, rambling. So you got the first, the second, the third. And this is like nice because every day it's already decorated to some degree. And then I can add stickers in as needed, make little doodles. And so I'm going to do the rest without you guys. So it's been fun. We've been together for about an hour and 15 minutes or so like that. And I'm going to let you have your life back. But this has been super fun. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching this. If you're watching on the replay, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe because there's more coming to you. And I want to show you how this month ends up going. I want to show you like how I'm planning out, my world takeover and all that jazz. So if you want to see more, then you should subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again. All right. Bye-bye, Planner family.